our team actually is using these online events as a platform to engage our brothers and sisters to, as a host, or, to teach classes like the cooking shows. And also, we have brothers and sisters to invite our friends and family, so that we can, hopefully, we can share our love and care to the communities. Okay, so oops. So today, we are going to have one of our sisters, Julie, to do a cooking show. And we all know that next Friday is our Chinese New Year. Okay, and today she will show us how to cook the 蘿蔔糕。下個禮拜5咧就係呢個農曆新年啦。咁樣咧就所以咧Julie 咧佢都係會嚟教我哋做呢一個嘅蘿蔔糕嘅。咁呢個咧就唔係話簡單嘅蘿蔔糕喎嚇，係即係好好食嘅蘿蔔糕嚟嘅嚇。咁樣咧就好，咁我哋可以開始。咁我哋請Julie 嚟到介紹點樣整呢個蘿蔔糕。Okay, so welcome our cook today, Julie. So she'll teach us how to cook the savory daikon cake. Welcome, Julie. Julie, you need to unmute yourself.
Hi, sorry about that. My name is Julie. I am part of the communal mission team of San Francisco Chinese Alliance Church, as Gladys has introduced. So today I want to share with you something that my family's been making for the last 40, 50 years. So I've learned this recipe from my mother, my late mother, and it's called Sei Bo Lo Ba Go. So there's 4 treasures in this Lo Ba Go. So can we pull up the recipe to show the recipe? So Lo Ba Go is this turnip cake is something that's very much a traditional Chinese savory dish that's made during Chinese New Year. Give me a second. Sorry. Okay. And during Chinese New Year's, when a lot of families come together, friends and, we used to have friends come over to our house all the time, and I'll be like, 煎蘿蔔糕, serve tea and all that to family and friends when they come over to spend time together. And, God wants us to love people and to share. And definitely this is a really great opportunity to make this and share it with people. So it's a 4 treasure because what we will use in the turnip cake is Chinese sausage, yong lap chang, and Chinese bacon, lap yok, dried shrimp, ha mai, and also shiitake mushroom, dongbu. So sometimes, people might ask, how do you choose the right lo bak? So lo bak is, it's really daikon. It's not radish, it's turnip, it's daikon, it looks like a giant carrot. So there are different types. There's the Chinese ones, the Japanese one, and the Korean ones. So the Japanese ones are really skinny. Korean ones are really short and fat. But what we usually use is the Chinese one. They're very similar. The only thing is that the tastes are slightly different, very, very slightly different. Some might be sweeter, some may be not as sweet, a little, like some people don't really like lo bak because of the taste, because it's a interesting taste. Do you want to translate any of that, Gladys? No, it's okay.
I'm not the translator today. I think.
Oh. Oh, so
you
yeah, you guys can. I mean, I'll just keep going. So to
I'm sorry. So maybe anybody needs a translation？ 有冇人需要呢一個嘅廣東話嘅翻譯㗎？
要啊，要廣東話嘅翻譯啊，
要廣東話翻譯。OK，
I can try。
OK， 我一陣幫你哋啊，好唔好啊？因為 OK， 你 try to do the one that you just mentioned.
Okay.
And then I will do the translation. Going forward.
Okay. So 蘿蔔咧有中國嘅蘿蔔啦，有日本蘿蔔同埋有韓國蘿蔔。呢啲咧係中國人用嘅蘿蔔。咁蘿蔔咧，日本嗰啲咧就係好即係幼好多嘅，韓國嗰啲咧就好肥嘟嘟、好短嘅。咁有咩分別咧？實在啲分別係真係好微嘅，或者有啲係甜啲，有啲或者有少少苦，但係啲味道就差唔多。咁你整蘿蔔糕嗰時，你可以兩溝即係幾樣溝埋一齊試下都 OK。咁點樣揀蘿蔔咧 ？How do you choose the daikon or the turnip? So what you want to choose is ones that are nice and plump and heavy, and the skin is smooth. 點樣揀咧？就係你想揀係好肥嘟嘟嘅，同埋好重嘅，同埋要啲皮係滑嘅。So that's the turnip. So the mushroom, I usually use the dry mushroom and then I soak it overnight. But actually I forgot yesterday. And then what I did was I brought them out this morning and soaked it. So it should still be soft enough to cut. So somebody asked, what's the difference between the fagu and the donggu? So I think fagu is basically more expensive and thicker and bigger. And donggu is just a regular size, I think. But it doesn't really matter. I just use donggu. So we soak it. So I'm gonna start cooking and you can follow along and I'll keep talking as we cook. So, okay. So first I'm going to cut the lap yolk, the Chinese bacon. It's really greasy, so I'm going to pick it out with a glove. So the first thing, this Chinese bacon, if you just cut it right now, it's really hard to cut. 如果就咁切咧，係好難切嘅。So what I do is I steam it. 就切一半 and then I put it in a dish and then I steam it for 10 minutes. So 蒸10分鐘，咁就容易啲切。And then at the same time, we have Chinese sausages, lapchang. So that I'm going to soak it for 10 minutes. So it's 3 Chinese sausages for this recipe. 3條臘腸。咁我會浸10分鐘，10分鐘咧，跟住咧就會搣咗啲衣，咁就容易啲切。因為如果你唔浸佢，仲有衣喺度咧，切嗰陣時咧就會切到好亂，啲衣阻住晒。So we're going to soak it for 10 minutes in warm water, and then we can take off the skin. I have some warm water. Hey Gladys, can you help me time 10 minutes?
Okay.
Thanks.
Hey,
And we put
Julie,
that
so
aside.
what kind of a brand do you buy for the Chinese sausage? 你用乜嘢？即係你買邊隻牌子
我
嘅
買長髮
？OK，
for both the Chinese sausage and the Chinese bacon.
嗯哼
臘腸臘肉都係長髮。
，OK，
But you can use any brand. You can look at it. Some have more fat. That's all. And
OK，
then next, I will take out the mushroom from the soaking and keep the water. 攞啲冬菇出嚟，唔好倒咗啲水。And what I'm gonna do is use the same water to soak the dry shrimp. So here's my scale. So we're gonna soak 1 ounce of dry shrimp. The dry shrimp, I get the small ones, easier to cut. 加埋要1盎司，攞出嚟浸。我哋買細嗰隻好啲。Okay, that's 1 ounce. Now I'm gonna put it into the mushroom water. We use the water, it's fine. And then I can also weigh the turnip. We want, let me see, it was 3 to 4 pounds. So I'll show you the smaller one, what the weight is. 要3至4磅。嗱，呢個咁細嘅咧，得1磅11盎司。So this one is 1 pound and 11 ounces. Actually not enough. So you probably need at least 2 of these, this size. But this bigger one, oh, this one is really heavy. So this one is 3 pounds and 1 ounce, 0.9 ounce. So 呢一個咧就好重嘅3磅. So this one is good. Nice
Hi,
and heavy.
Julie, can you
Yes?
can you move the scale towards the camera?
Oh,
More.
you want to see
more
weigh
than-
again?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep,
Okay.
yep. Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You see it?
Yes. Perfect.
Well, actually, the thing is not flat, so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's
All right, so I'm gonna take the scale away. We don't need it anymore. So now I'm gonna cut the mushrooms. Mushrooms are not greasy, so I'm not gonna put gloves on. But later when I cut the lapang lapyo, I'm gonna put gloves on because it'll be too greasy. So try to cut everything really small. Because if your pieces of the 4 treasure is too big, when you cut the蘿蔔糕, when you cut it, it'll fall apart. So the water is boiling. So we want to cut the pieces smaller. 切幼細啲，咁你個蘿蔔糕即係切嚟食嗰陣時咧，你切一塊塊咧，唔會切到溶爛，即係如果大嚿得滯咧，會整到你切嗰陣時咧，佢唔齊整，你切細粒啲。So this dish has a lot of cutting. It's all yummy. 煮呢一個蘿蔔糕咧，要切好多嘢。I think that's like in a lot of Chinese cooking. There's a lot of cutting, mincing things. So you can see the pieces are pretty small. They're tiny. Okay, that's good size. I just push it aside.
Oh,
And
Julie.
then, yes.
There's a question is like whether we use warm or cold water to soak the mushroom. 用暖水啊定係凍水咧嚟浸嗰啲呢一個嘅冬菇咧？
So if I did it last night, I just use cold water. Then it'll let it soften a little bit faster. But you don't want to use like boiling hot water because then it'll take away all the taste and all the taste will go into the water. 所以浸嗰陣時咧，如果你係早一晚浸嘅咧，用凍水都得。你係要浸腍佢，咁你可以切。但因為我尋晚唔記得咗咧，咁我今朝咧就用暖啲嘅水，咁佢會容易啲發。但係唔好用滾水，因為你用滾水啦，啲冬菇味道就會走晒出嚟入咗啲水嗰度。
嗯 ，Thank you.
You're welcome. So now I'm like this. The hamai is soaking, but it's still really hard. Same thing with the hamai. You know, you want to soak it so it's soft enough to cut. So 我睇下啲臘腸梗係得未？咁佢戴翻手套。未夠，或者未夠。未夠。How many minutes has it been?
Three minutes. 3 more minutes. 大約再等多3分鐘。
Okay. So let me put my glove back on so I won't get all greasy. Okay, my hands are wet, so just bad. No, I don't need this one. So you look at the lapchang, the skin is kind of loose. We can take the skin off.
Oh. I didn't know you need to take the skin off.
You don't, okay, so you don't have to, but
okay.
I do it so that it's easier to cut.
Oh.
Because if you leave the skin on and you try to cut it, the skin will slip and slide all over the place. So 搣咗啲衣咧就容易啲切，因為如果你唔搣啲衣咧，切嗰陣時咧就會啲衣阻住晒周圍喐嚟喐去。So this water we don't need. Sorry. Now we cut the lapchang. So similar to the mushroom size, kind of small.
Is it soft enough for you?
It's actually
the sausage.
Yeah, it's pretty soft.
Okay.
So actually, sausage you don't really, it's pretty soft to start with, so you don't really need to steam it to make it softer. But the soaking is to make the skin come off.
Okay. Oh, I see. So actually, it's less than 10 minutes. Yeah. So about 8-9 minutes, then you can take the skin off. Okay.
Yep. So I'm cutting it really skinny.
咁咧頭先咧就係話呢啲臘腸咧就大約浸10分鐘，其實就唔需要10分鐘嘅，我諗大約即係8分鐘啊都得噶啦。咁咧主要都係想將嗰個 skin 啦，嗰個皮咧就剝落嚟，咁咧就容易去切咁啊。
So you want to cut it pretty small. 要切到好細粒。Oops.
So actually, how much prep time, do you have, like in terms of cutting, soaking? 咁我問阿 Julie 咧，就係大約呢一個嘅預備嘅時間，大約係要幾耐咧？
So 預備幾耐 depends on how fast you are with cutting. I'm not a very good cutter, so I'm a little slow. But,
Okay.
If you're good at cutting, then it'll be fast. But what our family do is we come together to cook. So we have like, my sisters, my daughter, my niece and nephews too. They come. So then everybody do a part. Then it's really fast. So 平時咧，如果我哋平時新年我哋屋企咧就我啲家姐啊、個女啊、兒生啊冚唪唥走埋晒一齊煮咧，咁就會好快咯，因為每人做一部分。但係因為而家我自己做啦，咁我就平時唔係我做切臘腸，so I'm not good at cutting.
Hey, you're good at cooking. Okay, that's the most important part.
It's not. I'm just like
let other people do the dirty work.
I cook because I like to eat.
Yeah. Okay. Then how about when you soak the Chinese sausage? Do you use the cold water or warm water?
Yeah, just cold water. Actually, it's warm water.
Oh, warm water. Okay.
Not like ice cold, but it's just warm water.
Okay. So 頭先咧問咧就係話都係用嘅暖水咧嚟到浸呢一個嘅臘腸嘅。
切到好細粒。
How about the臘肉? Is it done already?
Is it 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Then you take it out.
Oh, be careful.
I better put gloves on.
Yeah. Use a cloth to.
So 臘肉咧 the bacon, don't steam it too long. Because if you steam it too long, it'll get hard. So 10 minutes is about right.
OK， 臘肉咧就大約係蒸10分鐘咧，咁咧就嗰啲就唔會太過腍。
So the reason why we steam the 臘肉, the Chinese bacon, is so that it's softer, a little bit softer, so it's easier to cut.
咁咧佢蒸呢一個臘肉咧都係愛嚟即係容易啲切嘅。但係又唔好蒸得太耐喎，如果唔係咧太過腍咧，亦都係難切啦。
Okay, cutting. Yeah, I'm not good at chopping. I think we try to use food processor to cut these before, and even purchase ones that are pre-cut. But the pre-cut ones, actually, they're too big. We end up having to cut it again. And then food processor turns it into mush. So hand cut is the best. 咁我哋即係我屋企人咧試過係買嗰啲臘肉咧係即係已經切定嘅臘肉，但係嗰啲咧就太大粒，攞翻嚟一樣要再切細粒啲。然後又試過用嗰啲機器嚟切啦，但係機器擺入去攪嚟切咧就切到一劈嘢咁樣，所以用手切最好。I think go back to the question you asked about how long it takes to prep.
Right.
If I'm doing it by myself, and because I'm not that good with cutting, it takes about an hour to actually maybe 45 minutes to cut and prep, stir fry everything. And then the steaming is another 40 minutes.
Oh. A lot of work.
Cutting, a lot of cutting.
Yeah, a lot of cutting.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this into this dish. And I'm gonna cut the dry shrimp first because the bacon is probably still too hot.
Yeah,
it's still too hot.
So
this is a little bit softer. So I'm gonna take them all out and just cut it smaller.
So for the dry shrimp, it's also soaked about 10 or 15
minutes,
10-15 minutes before.
10-15 minutes, and then it really depends on which brand you bought, because I think like different brands sometimes they are harder and then some are softer. So this one that I purchased, I think Ligo hai Thai It's like from Thailand. So I saw like in the store, some of them, they are color. So some dry shrimp, they like add color to it. I don't like that. So no color added.
Oh, okay. So maybe afterwards you can show us the brand, huh?
Oh, I think, yeah. Let me when I take my glove off.
Yeah, after cutting.
So the Chinese bacon is still cooling.
咁頭先阿 Julie 咧就話咧呢啲蝦米咧，咁咧佢就係應該好似話係泰國嘅買嗰隻牌子，咁樣咧就因為有啲市面上咧有啲嘅蝦米咧佢咧會係有顏色嘅，咁佢買呢一隻咧就係冇呢一個嘅即係顏色嘅嚇，即係冇顏料加啊咁樣，就比較自然啲啦。
好hot.
Hey, Julie, what kind of knife you're using?
Not a very good knife.
Oh.
It's just a chef's knife. This one's
okay.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
Okay.
Oh, my sisters always complain, your knives are too dull. They can hear me. They're probably watching. Right, Daisy, right, Ruby?
Because there are different kinds of knives, right? Some it's easier to cut for certain things.
Yeah, I don't have good knives. Sorry. So when my sisters come, they bring their own knives.
Oh, okay.
I don't have good knives. Okay, 係咁樣。So that's the 蝦米. I'll just leave it here. Okay, I think the lap yolk is probably ready. As long as it's like, you can touch it. So first you take off the skin, 切咗個皮, and then I try to like cut off some of the fat because 唔使咁肥啦, right? So I cut off some of the fat too. So you can see where the bacon is, and you kind of like cut along. Look at how the 肥. Ooh. So this is good. It's a little fat here, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, same thing, you cut it. So this part I feel is really hard. It might be harder to cut. So I'm gonna get rid of some of the fat.
So 咧臘肉咧就切咗嗰個皮咧，亦都係都切埋一啲嘅肥肉啦。
So when you choose your bacon, try to, if you can, choose one that's not super duper fat. A little fat is okay. That's what 臘肉 is, right? It's bacon.
Yeah. 咁買臘肉嘅時候咧，就即係盡量揀一啲唔好太肥嘅啦。
請問Julie，嗰個臘腸咧，我琴日買嗰啲係要肥嗰啲，我而家睇到係咪肥嗰啲唔要，佢係淨係要瘦嘅？
我買嗰個唔係瘦嘅。
我即係嗰個咩啊？嗰個 Aaron 嗰間我都唔識買，總之睇到有得買就攞咯。
即係你睇牌子咯，因為呢一個牌子咧，啲臘腸好靚下，咁又唔係太肥。
係咩牌嚟㗎？你喺邊度買㗎？
羊髮。
長髮啊，長髮個牌子係長髮。
淨係有新世界咯。
呢個睇到嗎？
係睇到。
睇到長髮我哋唔係，佢係做成一條條嘅咁樣擺喺嗰度封住，咁樣擺喺度。我都唔識揀，求其攞一條。我而家睇到要肥嗰啲嘢。我就肥嗰啲咩？
你知食中國菜咧，有陣時即係好似你食梅菜扣肉啊，啲肥一樣食。如果你整魚皮啊，啲人一樣食。但係梗係即係健康嚟睇咧，食咁肥梗係唔好啦。咁盡量如果可以切咗啲肥咪切咗啲肥。
佢一半半肥嘅。好似你炒嗰啲辣肉炒嗰啲蒜蹄啊，都要肥嗰啲先好香嘛。所以我就話做啲蘿蔔糕要唔要咧？
肥梗係好食啲啦。
好食啲啊？我以為睇咗佢啦。
但係對我哋身體冇咁好咯。
咁啊，唔係好多些少嘅，佢係。我睇到你買嗰啲完全係瘦嘅喎，完全冇肥嘅喎，你嗰隻。都
有肥，但係唔係太多肥。
好靚啊！
食太肥會俾我哥鬧㗎啦，你知啦。
係啊，你醫生梗係啦，佢好廣告嘅。
I'll cut it really small again. Tiny. 切得好細。Look at all the grease. You see all the grease oozing out? So this recipe, I don't add oil at all. You don't have to add oil. It's enough. 唔使加油，已經太油啦。Because when you pan fry 煎嗰陣時 you're going to add oil 煎嗰陣時會落油嘅，所以而家呢度唔使落油。So very small pieces.
You know what, Julie? Actually, it seems like sounds like that. We're doing the same preparation for the 糯米飯. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah. It reminded me of 糯米飯.
Probably. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the same dish as the lapcha. So the next step, we will be 炒佢啦。
將啲臘肉咧就擺埋落個臘腸嗰度。
So I don't know if you can see. So I have this dish, right? And then also this dish. I leave the oil in there because there's flavor. The dish that I used to steam. So normally with my sisters, we use the 蒸盤, like a bigger round dish. But for today, I'm just going to use these to steam it.
咁 Julie 咧今日咧蒸嘅時候咧，佢就係用頭先嗰個玻璃嘅器皿啦。咁但係如果要即係之前咧，佢話佢同佢個sister 咧就用一個盤啊，一個大啲嘅盤啊咁。
Okay, so now we're gonna stir fry the lap yolk first.
依家嚟炒臘肉酸。
So it's just medium heat. That doesn't have to be high.
中火啦，中火嚟炒。
So we put this. Yeah. Let me try to shift the camera over. Okay, so if you can see it. I don't know if it's long enough. Oh. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So we just stir fry it, medium high. And now we're gonna add the flavor. So half a teaspoon of soy sauce, half a teaspoon of sugar, and 1.5 teaspoon of cooking wine.
依家咧就係加嗰啲鹽啊、油啊、豉油啊咁樣啦。
So I do the sugar first. 糖先啦。
Julie 係咪淨係炒臘腸先啊？
一齊，臘腸臘肉一齊。
哦 ，OK。
Half a teaspoon of soy sauce.
唔該，嗰啲蝦尾同埋冬菇使唔使炒啊？
未住，
依家未住嚇。
未
一炒咗臘肉同臘腸先。
OK，thank you。
係啦。
我哋心急得滯啊，因為跟第一次做嘅，跟住做咧，跟聽漏咗咧，做唔到啊。
唔緊要。
1.5 teaspoon of wine, cooking wine.
一個半茶匙嘅煮餸用嘅酒啦。
請問用紹興酒得唔得咧
？I think that's what I use. 好似係紹興酒㗎。So any cooking wine?
好，唔該晒。
好似係紹興酒。I think that's what I use. Okay, so now this is getting there. And then we put in the mushroom and the 蝦米。
跟住就係將個冬菇、蝦米一齊擺埋落去，一齊炒啦。
炒香佢。
唔該 ，Judy， 你炒嗰啲白色黃黃地嗰啲係咩嚟㗎？
蝦米嚟㗎，蝦米。佢咧就係首先咧，佢就炒咗臘肉、臘腸，係咪？咁炒到咁上下咧，香香地咧，佢咧就將呢一個嘅蝦米同埋冬菇咧，就一路一齊加入去一齊炒。
哦，我明白啦，因為我哋買嗰啲蝦米可能即係染咗顏色好紅嘅。佢呢啲頭先話係未染過嘅，所以係變成
係啊，冇錯。
呀，如果好紅，即係加咗顏色咯。
哦，我明白，所以即係有去邊度買先買到呢啲蝦米咧？你話泰國嘅係嘛？
我一陣間俾個牌子你睇。
哦，好啊，但係有去泰國嗰啲店唔係嘛，係咪？
都唔使嘅嚇，應該中國嘅超市都應該有噶啦。
哦，
我呢啲全部去美華買㗎。
哦，喺美華啊，
美華
係美華超市，華美啊，係咪華美超市？
華美唔係美華係嘛？
我都唔係好熟啲名。
我一係啊，我哋
應該係
嗰啲店入邊有得賣，就未唔知道嗰啲蝦味原嚟咁炒咗冬菇蝦味，跟住。
Okay, so next, so I still have this dish, right? That I steamed the Chinese bacon in there. And now I use this other dish, the one that I soaked the lapchang, the Chinese sausage, and then the grease will be onto this dish too. So I'm not adding any oil.
Right.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera back. Okay. So now we peel the lobak. Okay. Oh, nice and white. So you want to peel and get rid of these roots. We don't want to eat those.
我哋咧就批呢個蘿蔔皮嘅時候咧，咁我哋都唔要嗰啲根啦。OK， 咁樣咧就係用頭先咧都有人問啦，咁咧就係用呢個肇慶酒啦嚇。咁米酒得唔得㗎 ，Julie？
未試過。
未試過 ，OK。
I don't know
咁係啦，頭先咧咁又有人問咧點樣揀呢啲嘅蘿蔔啦。咁頭先 Julie 都開始嘅時候都講過啦。咁咧就要重稱嘅，係咪？咁樣咧就同埋個皮咧就係要比較滑嘅。咁就係一啲就係好蘿蔔啦。咁就係咁樣就係會唔苦㗎啦，嗬？嗰啲蘿蔔如果係咁樣就。
苦唔苦咧就 it depends on that season. So far, when we make 蘿蔔糕, usually it's not full.
Okay.
So I think if you choose one that's old, then maybe it'll be full.
So how do you know it's old or is fresh?
If the skin looks wrinkly like people, it's old.
OK 咁頭先咧，我問阿 Julie 咧就話，咁佢話如果咧我哋有陣時揀蘿蔔嘅時候咧，係買着一啲即係好耐㗎啦嚇，即係舊嗰啲咁好老嘅蘿蔔咧，咁樣咧就會苦啦。咁我就話點樣睇佢係即係老定嫩嘅蘿蔔咧？咁佢話如果個皮咧係即係好多紋啊，好多皺紋咧，即係好似我哋人咁樣啦，好多皺紋咧，咁咧就係老嘅蘿蔔啦咁樣。
So when you cut it, you can also see, like the skin is not thick. Because you go the蘿蔔老咧, then you can see like there's like a layer of, there's like a, is it too close? Oh, you can't see it.
More, now.
There'll be like a layer, you'll see a layer around it. So that means the skin is too thick. Then that one might not be tasty. That, might not be as yummy.
I see。咁咧，佢話原來 Julie 話咧，原來你切嘅時候咧，你都睇到，因為咧，係佢如果有一個圈圍住咁樣啦，咁係比較即係厚嘅圈咧，咁嗰種嘅蘿蔔咧就好可能係比較老一啲，就冇咁即係嫩口啦，係冇咁好食嘅。
Sorry, Julie, I forgot to ask. Oh, come in late. When you stir fry your lạp yolk, do you just put sugar?
Yes, I added half a teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of soy sauce, and 1.5 teaspoon of cooking wine.
Thank you.
So 而家切蘿蔔咧，係切絲， so you're gonna shred it. And I learned in some recipe, if you want chunks of 蘿蔔, like if you want it really chunky, more tasty 蘿蔔, then you can cut it into, you julienne it into like strips of like 2-inch and by like the thickness of a chopstick, kind of like that thick.
Okay.
That thick, 2-inch. But if you have like those kind of chopstick size for the whole thing, when you cut it, it'll fall apart really easy. So most of the 蘿蔔 I will shred it. I'll just save a little bit to julienne.
咁樣咧就切蘿蔔咧有2種嘅方法啦。咁咧你可以即係將佢係即係好似絲咁樣啦，即係切絲咁樣啦，或者咧係即係切一條條咁樣。咁就大約話2寸，好似即係筷子頭先阿 Julie 所俾我哋睇嗰個木筷子嗰個嘅厚度。但係咧即係如果你切得厚嘅時候咧，咁佢即係蒸咗出嚟之後咧，你譬如你即係切一塊蘿蔔糕咁啦，咁佢就會散咗噶啦嚇，散晒噶啦。
So I'm just cutting it small enough to fit my food processor.
咁佢會阿 Julie 會用呢一個嘅嗰啲 food processor 咧嚟即係 cut 呢一個嘅嚟切呢一個嘅蘿蔔成為呢個蘿蔔絲啊咁樣嘅。咁佢依家即係將啲蘿蔔切到一嚿嚿咧，係適合係放喺呢一個嘅food processor 入邊。
And then I'm gonna cut julienne some of them.
咁佢又會將呢啲蘿蔔切又另外咧，佢係示範緊咧切緊一啲嘅比較厚少少嘅蘿蔔條。
唔該 Judy， 我想問用呢隻嚟刨絲得唔得咧？會唔會搖得滯啊？呢隻
乜嘢話？
呢隻嚟刨絲啊？
哦，有塊板啦 ，Julie。
係啊，呢隻。
Oh, that's good.
呢
個啱㗎啦。
OK 啊，佢話。
哦，因為呢隻咧刨出嚟就唔似你切得咁粗咯，冇咁粗啊，幼啲啊呢隻。
係佢其實 Julie 有2種嘅做法嘅，佢話咁你可以咧係用你即係手上嗰塊即係刨絲係咪個刨咧係愛嚟即係做呢一個即係蒸呢個蘿蔔啦。但係咧亦都咧有啲人中意口感，即係有啲人係中意食多啲蘿蔔嘅，即係有即係多啲嘅口感嘅蘿蔔口感咧，咁亦都可以咧係即係切比較粗少少咁樣嚟蒸嚇。
OK。Thank you.
And that's enough. Well, maybe one more chunk. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my sound off because the food processor is really loud. And then I'm gonna shred it.
咁 Julie 依家咧就會去用佢嗰個 food processor 啦，咁咧就預備咧將一啲嘅蘿蔔就擺入去嘅。咁喺呢個時候咧，佢就 將佢個咪咧就閂咗個咪，因為嗰個 food processor 咧就嗰個機咧攪拌機，咁咧即係都會幾大聲嘅發出嚟一開嘅時候。So Julie, how many minutes do you have to turn on the food processor to?
I'll turn the camera so you can see while I do the food processing. It's just a few minutes.
Okay. Test 先 ，OK， 睇到啦。
Okay, so I'm gonna turn my sound off.
好。咁依家咧睇到咧就係 Julie 咧就睇到佢係將佢先前切咗一嚿嚿嘅係咪？咁你哋睇到啦嚇，切咗一嚿嚿嘅咧，咁咧佢就慢慢咧擺落去呢一個嘅攪拌機嗰度，咁咧就咁出嚟嘅時候咧，你哋就睇到咧佢係即係一條條即係好幼細嘅一絲絲咁樣噶啦嚇。咁咧用個攪拌機咧，我諗就慳翻好多力啦嚇，唔使慢慢自己用嗰嗰塊板啊咁樣嚟去刨嚇。咁好快咧，佢已經喺個攪拌機嗰度已經出咗即係嗰啲蘿蔔絲出嚟啦咁樣。
Okay, so
done.
here it is.
It's quick.
So
Actually, it saves a lot of
easier.
a lot of easier. Yeah, a lot easier.
So it's the same. You get the same result with the box grater, the one that
Ivy
係唔係 Ivy 係邊個啊
Eva
係 Thank you Eva 係啦冇錯係，因為我都試過用嗰啲即係刨嗰啲嗰個刨絲嗰塊板咧嚟磨薑嘅嚇，哇真係好嘥氣力㗎。
A long time. So
Yeah, takes a long time.
This is nice modern technology. This piece. So be careful. This is a blade. Don't cut yourself. And then this. So it's very important. After you shred it, don't press on it. So 切咗絲咧，唔好揸佢，揸啲汁出嚟。
Oh, okay.
So it's a okay turnip, not super juicy. So this one I'm gonna chop because this one was sitting in the juice. So this one I squeeze it. Because we're gonna use the juice for the hoi fan. So we're gonna use the juice for the flour later. Okay. So OK， 而家炒啲蘿蔔啦。Turn on my wok. Go to start with medium high.
中火大約嚇。
So far, I did not wash anything. I didn't wash the wok or wash the pans or wash the chopping board or the knives. You don't need to wash anything until after you're done. Okay, 開咗中火 then just let it heat up. Then we're gonna stir fry the 蘿蔔 the daikon. So we're gonna 炒啲蘿蔔。
佢依家咧就阿 Julia 等個鑊咧即係比較熱翻啲，咁佢先至開始嚟到炒呢啲嘅蘿蔔絲。
So let me move the camera. Oh, steamy.
Julie 要再將個 camera 或者再擺過少少，因為can you move the camera a little bit? I don't know, left or right to. I think to the left side more.
乜都唔俾啊
We can see the whole wok.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now it's better. Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, do we need to put some oil on it or just medium heat?
No need because when 用中文啦嗬，係啦，唔需要，因為咧頭先阿 Julie 都講過㗎啦，佢其實咧佢咧整個過程裏邊咧佢冇洗過啲鑊啊或者砧板啊或者其他嘢嘅，佢完全咧就係由始至終咧都係用翻嗰啲臘肉啊或者臘腸嗰度嗰啲油咧嚟到去即係炒啊咁樣嘅，咁所以佢冇即係成個過程佢冇增加，佢冇加過一啲油嘅嚇，完全都係 from 嗰啲肉。
There's no extra oil. But of course, if you see that it's burning, then you add oil. But you see how the water's coming out already, so you don't really need oil.
係啦，其實咁即係你加唔加油咧？咁你就要睇下當時即係究竟乾唔乾啦，係咪？燶唔燶啊？咁但係依家睇到咧 ，Julie 佢嗰個鑊嗰度咧就係有水出嘅，咁所以咧其實就 OK 啦，唔需要另外加油啦。
So now we're gonna add the flavors. So first is 1.5 teaspoon of chicken powder.
咁依家就加雞粉。
雞粉 first。
係啦。1茶匙半雞粉，
and then 1.5 teaspoon of sugar，
1茶匙半糖， 1茶匙半鹽，
and then 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper，
1/4茶匙嘅白胡椒粉。
We stir it up.
咁我哋就將佢炒勻佢啦。
And then the turned up the water will come out. It's okay if it's watery. You want it watery.
咁咧就一路炒嘅時候咧，都睇到咧係有啲水分走出嚟嘅。
And so it's pretty, all the spices all mixed in. Yeah, 撈到好勻。跟住咧 keep it on medium, turn down the heat a little bit, cover it, and then 15 minutes. So Gladys, can you time 15? Oh,
okay, all right.
These guys. This has to go into. Sorry.
OK 係咁啊！頭先阿 Julie 咧就係加翻一啲比較粗啲嘅頭先佢切得粗啲嘅蘿蔔條入去嘅 嚇。咁咧佢就話攪勻之後，咁樣咧就係冚個鑊蓋啦，咁樣就焗佢15分鐘。即係用中火，佢頭先用中高火啊嘛，咁咧就將你冚咗鑊蓋之後咧，你就較低少少，咁就中低火咧嚟焗佢15分鐘，15 minutes, right?
15 minutes. Can you help me time it?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Starting.
now we're gonna pour粉. Now's the 糯米粉 and the cornstarch 鷹粟粉。
係咁，依家咧 Julie 就去開呢個糯米粉。
糯米粉定係尖米粉啊？
應該係尖米粉。
又唔係糯米粉，尖米粉。
尖米粉同埋鷹粟粉。
Okay, so 尖米粉 is rice flour, right? 尖米粉 is this. Oh, coming out.
咁就用1杯嘅尖米粉。
尖米粉。
請問幾大嗰啲杯啊？
一杯 1 cup。
哦，呢隻
2杯。
呢隻冇啊呢隻。呢隻。
你可以用8安士就得，1級即係8安士啦。
8安士係咪？哦，8安士。
啊，
即係我睇下。請問呢隻北美嗰隻咧係幾多安士啊？即係唔知道啊。160，佢呢度寫住
160個 ml 啊？
唔知啊，佢都未寫 ml，淨係寫咗160。40、80、120、160，跟住呢度寫咗1/4、1/2、1/4、但係呢隻仲係幾多個安士啊？又唔知道。呢隻。即係北美嗰度咧，你係買嗰啲澱粉波咧，佢配咗一個呢隻係幾多安士要啊？
唔知道，有冇人答到咧？我都唔係好識。但係如果你去鋪頭應該買，係啊。
我想講一樣嘢，
嗰啲就
你唔可以用涼水嘅杯嚟講嘅，嗰啲嘅安士啊，嗰啲咧同你嘅乾粉嘅一個級咧係唔同嘅。OK。
唔係飲水嘅，佢呢隻係買澱粉波嗰時個配咗一個北美嗰啲咁細個，仲唔知幾多安士啦，即係
嗰個係唔可以攞啲過嚟我做準嘅，你一定要係用煮食嗰種咧，即係好似佢哋係買翻嚟係1杯、半杯、1/4杯或者1/3杯嗰啲量杯嚟有量先得嘅，咁先準確。
OK，得咁係。
Okay, so now I will talk a little bit about 鷹粟
粉1杯。
Sorry, Julie, I
cannot
accidentally mute you. Sorry.
Okay, so 鷹粟粉 in English is cornstarch, but in Chinese, some recipes ask for 鷹粟粉, some recipe ask for 生粉. So what's the difference between 鷹粟粉and 生粉? So 鷹粟粉 is made of corn. 生粉 is made of, I think, potato starch.
No, tapioca.
Tapioca starch. So the difference is when you cook with cornstarch, usually it's smoother. Like if you add it to marinating meat and things like that, it's smoother. But if you use 生粉, it will have the same effect. It'll be smooth, but for frying, like if you're pan frying the meat, it'll be harder. It'll be crunchier than cornstarch. So So in this recipe, you could use 生粉 or 鷹粟粉。So either one is fine.
OK， 咁頭先阿 Julie 咧就係解釋咧就話嗰個粉咧就方面咧係中文我哋叫鷹粟粉啊，咁亦都咧有啲菜譜咧就係即係話係用生粉嘅，咁嘅分別係咩咧？就係咧呢一個嘅生粉咧，你當你煎起嗰啲蘿蔔糕嚟嘅時候咧，就會係比較香口啊，即係比較燶，即係香口脆啲嚇，比較脆啲嘅。咁樣咧就所以咧其實呢一個嘅即係菜譜咧就可以用生粉或者係用鷹粟粉都得嘅。咁就睇下你自己中意脆口啊，定係比較腍一啲嘅蘿蔔糕啦。
Hey, Julie, I have a question. Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
So you had the one cup of rice flour and 1 cup of cornstarch?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so okay, equal,
Yes.
1 to 1. Okay.
1 to 1. So actually the crunchiness is when you add it to meat and you pan fry, or you know, if you're deep frying, it'll be crunchier. But on the other hand, in lo bak ko, it'll make it more stiff if it's sang fan. So it's not quite the same in lo bak ko. So cornstarch is the best because it's smooth. Because you know, you don't want your lo bak ko to be too stiff.
Okay.
You get it?
Thank you. So total 2 cups.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
thanks.
2 cups. So 1 cup of cornstarch, one cup of rice flour, and then we're going to add 2 cups of water, but 2 cups of liquid. So I took the liquid from the juice that came out from shredding the turnip. I also used the liquid from the soaking the mushroom, but I still don't have enough. I don't have 2 cups. So I'm going to go add water to make enough 2 cups.
咁阿 Julie 頭先講咧就係呢一個嘅鷹粟粉同埋呢一個生粉嚇，咁其實佢咧就話最好咧就用鷹粟粉，因為咧呢個蘿蔔糕咧就會令到呢個蘿蔔糕咧比較滑一啲嘅嚇，咁就生粉咧就冇咁滑咁樣。頭先咧咁用2杯嘅液體啦，係咪咁或者水啊咁樣雞湯啊咁？但係頭先啊 Julie 咧佢咧就係話將佢浸完嗰啲嘅臘肉啊嗰啲臘腸啊同埋嗰啲冬菇咧，咁佢係留翻嗰啲咁嘅水啦。咁但係咧佢又唔係好夠一個量杯，咁所以佢就加翻一啲水，咁樣加夠佢量杯嘅。咁所以咧呢啲2杯嘅水咧，就其實你係可以用雞湯又得，可以或者用頭先浸完一啲嘅冬菇啊嗰啲水都可以用嘅。
So I'm adding the 2 cups of liquid into my 2 cups of flour, and then just mix it. If you want, you can stick your hand in there and get rid of all the lumps.
咁啊 Julie 依家就加咗2杯嘅液體啦，去嗰2杯嘅粉嗰度，咁啊攪勻佢。
So if you know the amount of flour or cornstarch, it's really like your preference. Like if you make this recipe and you feel like, oh, it's too soft, 太腍白白 or 太滑 or whatever, then you can change the proportion. You can have less cornstarch and more rice flour, or you can experiment and put sang fan and just mix and match. As long as you have 2 cups of flour to 2 cups of water.
咁啊 Julie 解釋係啦 ，Julie 解釋咧就係話，如果你咧即係嗰個蘿蔔糕嘅質感啦嚇，咁咧就係你可以隨住你嘅喜好嚟到去即係譬如係用多少少嘅米粉啊，就少一啲嘅鷹粟粉，咁咧就最緊要就係都係2杯要嚇，咁無論你點樣去做呢一個嘅即係點樣溝法咧，都係要有2杯嘅粉、2杯嘅水，咁你亦都可以用生粉咁嚟去嘗試佢即係做出嚟嘅蘿蔔糕嘅質感咧係會唔同嘅嚇。
So preference, And then even the 4 treasure, some people just do 3 treasure and they don't add mushroom. Some people like to add dry scallop. So 有啲人唔用冬菇，有啲人用乾瑤柱。So 即係你中意食乜咪擺咩落去咯。I think 有啲人落葱 like people put green onion or some people put parsley inside or cilantro. So it's whatever you like. Is it 15 minutes yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, let me bring the camera.
仲有大約
5 minutes.
係大約4-5分鐘係啦。
So can you see?
好啦，咁依家 Julie 咧就將頭先嗰啲粉啊同埋啲水咧就
Sorry. Can you see?
Yep.
Okay, so you look at it. You see how this piece, it looks still a little not totally translucent. So you want it to be all like translucent looking. So it's pretty much cooked almost.
咁咧你要睇下咧，佢要係即係透明啊嚇，咁樣咧就但係佢因為頭先擺咗一啲比較粗一啲嘅咧，仍然都係有少少白，咁即係未煮好嘅應該嚇，咁要再煮一陣。
So but it's gonna be steaming for 40 minutes, so definitely everything will get cooked. Smells good. Okay, next we will add the 4 treasures.
咁依家咧就將嗰啲臘腸、臘肉啊、冬菇、蝦米咧就擺入去啦。
Stir, mix it in.
咁你就撈勻佢啦。
So very nice mixing.
嗰啲蘿蔔啲會唔會越煮越出水㗎？
佢會出水，但係唔會多水。即係佢會出水，但係 OK 嘅，因為你會加粉，啲粉就會即係索，即係啲水會啲水會索咗啲粉咯。
Thank you.
Okay, so very nicely mixed. Now we turn the heat down to low.
咁將啲火咧係較低，較到小火。
And then we add the flour mixture.
咁咧就加啲粉，頭先嗰啲嘅粉同埋嗰啲水加落去。
Then you stir it.
咁就又係將佢溝勻佢。
And then as you stir it, it'll get thicker and thicker.
咁佢會咧係當你越搞得耐嘅時候，咁佢就會係厚，即係越嚟越厚噶啦。
I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit.
咁佢而家咧係開大少少火啦嚇。
Because I want it to be thickened. Some of it stuck there. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. It'll get there. It'll get in. See, every time I scoop it, you already see some of it thickened already, and it gets stuck under. It's thickening. Almost done.
咁或者咧，我哋可以喺呢個時候等阿 Julie 佢慢慢咧係將佢搞到即係硬嘅時候啦嚇。咁我哋可以咧就有有一個少少嘅問卷。咁師母可唔可以將你嘅問卷係啦？咁咧就係有一個我哋收集呢一個嘅一啲嘅意見啦。咁1分鐘到嘅啫嚇。咁希望咧大家咧都係喺呢一個畫面上邊，你哋睇到嘅時候咧就係答呢一個嘅問題。咁大約1-2分鐘嘅啫，唔會 take 太耐嘅時間嚇。好，大家可以開始。
Smells good. 好香啊！ It's getting there. Pretty thick. Okay. This is kind of ready. Now we're going to put it into the dish to steam it. Turn the fire off.
咁咧嘅蘿蔔糕咧已經差唔多啦，夠呢一個厚度啦嚇嘅。咁啊 Julie 咧就會將佢擺落去個蒸嘅蒸盤嗰度啦，就佢嗰個玻璃器皿。
I left the fat in there, so I don't have to add extra oil.
咁佢之前咧，佢係仍然有啲咁嘅煮完嗰啲臘肉臘腸嗰啲油咧，咁咧佢咧係 keep 住喺度，咁所以咧就個底已經咧係有油啦，咁就唔需要再加油噶啦。
One, and then the other one. Very sticky. You see how thick it is? They can. Okay. Then what we will do next. So next, this is pretty ugly. If you steam it like this, that's the shape. This is pretty ugly. So what I'm gonna do is go wet my hand and pat it till it's flat. 咁而家你如果就咁樣蒸佢啦，會好肉酸，個面就會咁樣噶啦。咁我而家會去攞啲水加隻手嗰度，然後拍扁佢。So, you see it?
Hey, Julie, can you tell us, what is the size of your container?
This one is probably 5 by 7.
OK， 係啦，咁有人問就係話佢呢一個嘅玻璃嘅器皿係有幾大咧？咁就係5×75×8係嘛？5 times 7 you said？
5 by 7。
5 by 7，yeah， 係咁咧就係5×7，5寸乘7寸嘅。咁依家 Julie 咧，佢咧就係咁樣做法嘅時候咧，就係將嗰個蘿蔔糕咧，咁咧就係整平佢，將個面嘅面咧咁樣咧就係會係整平嘅。然之後佢就再咧係濕手將個手咧係濕一啲水，然之後咧就係將佢拍平佢。
And now we steam it.
咁依家咧就可以拎去蒸啦。
And steam it for 40 minutes.
咁咧就係蒸40至50分鐘嘅。
And when it's done, it looks like this.
咁 Julie 已經咧蒸好咗事先蒸好咗有一盤嘅蘿蔔糕噶啦。咁當你蒸好之後咧，就會係好似咁樣，係啦，就會係咁啦。
So this is the done one. And how do you know if it's done or not? So what you do is you put the toothpick in there. And if it comes out clean, it's done. It's like American cake. So yeah, so I experimented with putting a foil on it and one without foil because water does collect on top. 咁我示範啦，就有一盤冇冚住嘅，有一盤咧就用錫紙冚住，因為蒸嗰陣時咧啲水都會喺個糕面嗰度嘅。So when I had the foil on top, it needed longer time because the middle didn't steam. Without the foil, it was 40 minutes. With the foil, it was like 55 minutes. 所以即係如果你唔用錫紙咧，就8個字到蒸好噶啦。但係如果你用錫紙冚住咧，就會耐啲，因為佢中間唔熟。So I'm going to cut this so you can see how yummy it is. So technically this is done. 呢個已經係熟㗎啦 so you can eat it.
OK， 咁我哋咧就會嘅問卷咧，我哋就會end 我哋嘅問卷㗎啦。咁仲有冇人係需要或者係仍然係喺度work on 緊嘅問卷嘅咧？ Okay, I think it's okay. Then we can end the poll.
So you could eat it like this, but it's more yummy when you pan fry it.
咁咧，你可以咧就係有啲人咧係中意就咁食個蒸嘅蘿蔔糕，咁但係咧亦都有啲人咧好似我仔咁咧，佢中意食煎嘅，咁所以咧你可以將呢一個蒸好嘅蘿蔔糕咧係擺喺鑊嗰度煎，煎香佢。
Yeah, it came out. It's beautiful. So here you cut it. So you cut it. You see? Have small pieces. They're all there, and then you can see some like these are. Can you see? These are like the loba, the pieces. So, and then you cut it again. You cut it into like maybe like 1/2-inch slices. And then you pan fry it. All done.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.
Give her a hand. Any questions?
我有一個問題，我想問一問咧，嗰個擺嗰個色紙係上高好嗎？唔擺好啊？第一，第二咧，你嗰個切嗰個蘿蔔點解要擺啲粗嗰啲落去？唔擺得唔得咧？全部整咁要都得嘅係嘛
？So the question is for the turnip. Do you have to have the thick pieces? Can you shred all of it? Our family actually shred everything. We don't have thick pieces. It's just I was playing around this time and I put some thicker pieces. 所以你唔使一定切啲厚嘅，全部切碎晒都 OK. And then the other question is the foil. I actually don't like the foil because it made it cook longer. But water will be on top of it. It'll just soak back in. 所以如果你唔擺錫紙咧，就會有水喺個面嗰度。實在我唔中意擺錫紙，因為錫紙咧就變咗蒸耐咗。So it's up to you. You can experiment.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Miyoki, you have a question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to ask or?
Oh, actually, the same question. Someone just asked.
Okay.
擺唔擺個錫紙，即係 do they make difference?
It just takes longer.
No, 但係你如果唔擺錫紙，佢唔會有啲倒汗水滴翻落啲糕度，會變到佢個 surface 會有 small water 咩？
會有 water, but it's okay.
But it's okay.
Yeah. Because this recipe we don't normally put the 錫紙 on top.
Okay, thank you.
It's just as good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope you mix some and share with people.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Enjoy the sunlight,
Thank you.
we still have some sunlight out there. Okay, bye-bye.